Hi my dear students, today we are going to discuss a very interesting chapter in accountancy, that is reconstitution of partnership firm, retirement of a partner. You know what's the meaning of reconstitution? We can split in the word reconstitution. What's the meaning of constitution? Set of rules and regulations. India has own constitutions. This constitution is the longest written constitution in the world. So it is a set of rules and regulation. Likewise, each and every firm, partnership firm, must have deed or agreement. Isn't it? Deed will be in the form of written. Agreement may be in the form of oral or written. We have studied about it very much clearly. Chapter 2, Fundamentals of Partnership Firm. If you don't have knowledge about it, you can refer my video. Constitution, that is deed or agreement. Already we have discussed in our previous video that about fundamentals of partnership firm, what are the items should be covered in deed. That name and capital, profit and loss sharing ratio, interest on capital, interest on drawings, interest on partners loan, and remuneration, everything we have discussed. Constitution means that constitution going to alter or going to change something, else we are going to make a new constitution instead of old one. So when firm will reconstitute? When a partner comes inside into the business, which means admission of a new partner into the firm, and retirement of a partner from the firm, or death of a partner, when a partner decreasing from the partnership business. So from these three situations, firm will reconstitute. So when firm will reconstitute? While admitting a partner and retiring a partner if any partner died in the business. So in these three situations, firm will reconstitute. And how they are reconstituting? Partner can retire. How a partner can retire from the partnership firm? You know what's the meaning of retirement? So if any employee is getting salaried employee, that employee can retire at the age of 58. Now 1 year increased in Tamil Nadu government, 59. Isn't it? But how a partner can retire? Is there any procedure? Yes, procedures are there. By agreement. If a partner have already an agreement, like I wanted to continue as a partner only for 3 years or 4 years, when the period comes to end, that day he can retire officially. Other partner cannot interfere in it, isn't it? And in the second situation, if a partner wanted to retire, he have to inform to all the partner, and all the partner have to accept. All the partners' assent is important to retire a partner from the business. If any one partner is not ready to leave a partner from the business, he cannot retire, isn't it? And third situation, if a partner wanted to retire, he have to give that written notice to all the partners before he retire. That should be agreed by all the partners. Liability of a partnership firm is unlimited. You take company form of organizations, their shareholders' liability is limited till to pay their unpaid amount on their shares. But here partners' liabilities are unlimited because it is very dangerous form of business. To compare with all other business organizations, this partnership firm is very dangerous. You know this one that we have studied in our previous chapter, Fundamentals of Partnership Firm. If you don't have knowledge about it, you can refer my previous video about fundamentals of partnership firms. And retirement partners liability, that one partner wanted to retire from the firm, that partner's liability, what is his liability? So he is liable to third party and even for the firm and for continuing partner till he retired from the firm. And after retirement also he is having some liabilities. That is, after retirement also, that partner is liable to third parties till to issue that public notice about his retirement he is liable for them. After given that public notice to them, he is not liable for anyone. And adjustment, adjustment for admission of a partner into the firm, like profit sharing ratio, calculation of goodwill, different kinds of calculation, average profit, super profit, capitalization method. So we have followed these many methods. And apart from that, revaluation account we have prepared, then partners capital account, and balance sheets. So these many adjustments we done for admission of a partner. Likewise, for retirement of a partner also we are having some adjustments. That is like required on retirement of a partner. So like admission of a new partner into the business, how we are having adjustments, same like this. Here also we will prepare profit and loss sharing ratio as usual, and the gaining ratio we will prepare, because that one partner is retired from the business, his share of profit may be given to continuing partner. So in this sense we need to prepare that gaining ratio and sacrificing ratio. How to prepare sacrificing and gaining ratio and formulas, everything you know already, because you have clear-cut knowledge about admission of a new partner. So in that chapter itself we have discussed everything. And calculation of goodwill. So here also we will calculate whether goodwill is increased or decreased about the business. And apart from that, revaluation account is very much important. So revaluation account we will prepare, and reassessment of liabilities, we will prepare that account. And apart from that, how much amount the firm has to give to the retiring partner, the due amount calculation, that calculation we will do. And apart from that, that calculated amount will be settled by the firm to the retiring partner. By chance, if firm not having sufficient amount to pay out all the liabilities to retiring partner, so in this sense the firm will approach bankers. Loan account will prepare separately to settle that money to the retiring partner. So loan account and balance sheet. So these are the preparation, adjustment which is needed for retirement of a partner from the firm. And as usual, like in capital method also will differ, because in admission of a new partner, two cases we have discussed. Here also we will discuss like that. Change in profit and loss sharing ratio. If a partner retire from the business, that will affect the continuing partner. Their profit and loss sharing ratio may or may not change. But anyway, they have to calculate new profit sharing ratio, isn't it? And partner's gaining ratio also have to prepare, because his share will be acquired by that continuing partner, na? So in this sense, the partner's gaining ratio have to prepare. Calculating new profit sharing ratio, that existing or continuing partner will take the ratio from the retiring partner. So we are having a formula especially for that, to calculate new profit sharing ratio for continuing partner, their old profits plus acquired from the retiring partner. So the formula is new profit share of continuing partner is equal to old profit share plus profit share taken or acquired from retired partner. And here we have two situations. One is that new proposals they have given, and another one is that kind of specified ratio is not given. So first case, when one partner retires and the new profit sharing ratio among remaining partner is not given. If one partner retires but new profit sharing ratio among the continuing partner, the remaining partner is not given, in this situation specified ratio is not given for new profit sharing ratio calculation, their old profit and loss sharing ratio will be taken. I will explain with the help of an example. A, B and C are partners sharing profit in the ratio of 1/2, 2/5 and 1/10. Find out new profit sharing ratio of the remaining partners if A retires. Three situations. First situation, A retires. Second situation, B retires. And third one, C retires. And you see the answer for this. How they are finding out the answer. Step 1. Find the ratio in simple figure by taking LCM. So 1 by 2, 2 by 5 and 1 by 10 can be written as 5:4:1. That is LCM have taken. And second step of calculation of new profit and loss sharing ratio for the remaining partners, if A retires, new profit sharing ratio between B and C, because they did not mention any specified ratio, so their old ratio, existing ratio will be taken. Their existing ratio is 4:1. 5:4:1. Actually, if A retires, 4:1 only. So 4 by 5, 1 by 5. That is the ratio. And if B retires, new profit sharing ratio between A and C, 5:1. Isn't it? Because who retires? B retires. B share is 4 by 10. So 4 by 10 gone out. Now 5 plus 1, 6 only. So 5 by 6, 1 by 6. And C retires. C share of profit is 1 by 10. So 1 by 10 gone out now. So 5:4. So 5 by 9, 4 by 9. So this is the new profit sharing ratio. When you have to be clear about it, when that specified ratio is not given. In this situation only you have to do like this. And for your better understanding, another one problem, X, Y and Z are partners sharing profit in the ratio 5:4:1. Find new profit sharing ratio of the remaining partners if X retires, Y retires and Z retires. Three situations they have given. Profit sharing ratio between X, Y and Z 5:4:1. If X retires, new profit sharing ratio between Y and Z 4:1. So because they did not mention about their specified ratio, that's why. So their new ratio will be 4 by 5, 1 by 5. Because who have retired? X have retired. X share of profit is 5 by 10. Now X is gone out. He retired. So remaining share is only 4 plus 1, 5. 4 by 5, 1 by 5. And Y retires. Y share of profit is 4 by 10. So now 5 plus 1, 6 only. So 5 by 6, 1 by 6. Isn't it? I hope you understand. And if Z retires, new profit sharing ratio between X and Y will be 5:4. Because 1 by 10 gone out. So 5 by 9, 4 by 9. Unless agreed otherwise, retiring partner's profit share is taken by the remaining or continuing partner in their old profit sharing ratio. Very important it is. Okay. But by chance if they have mentioned, means no problem about it. We can take that specified ratio. As per that specified ratio we can prepare. We will see that next case. Case 2 about it. It means that the profit sharing ratio between the remaining or continuing partner will not change. So it will be constant. Remaining that same kind of ratio is only coming, but base only will differ. Isn't it? When the remaining partners take profit share of the retiring partner in an agreed ratio, that remaining continuing partner is acquired share of profit from the retired partner. So in this situation, what they will do, their old profit sharing plus what they have acquired. That is the formula already we have discussed now. So their existing profit plus what they have acquired from the retiring partner. Isn't it? So we can discuss with an illustration too. A, B and C are sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2. B retires. His share is taken by A and C in the ratio of 2:1. 2:1. So specified ratio they have given here. Specified ratio is 2:1. Calculate new profit sharing ratio. So we have to calculate. Before they fails to give specified ratio. So we have taken that existing ratio, which means old ratio, as a new ratio. But now some ratios they have given, they specified some ratio. So this ratio will be added along with that existing ratio. Isn't it? Since B was taking 3 by 10, because his share of profit is 3 by 10. Actually the share of profit for A, B, C is 5:3:2. So in this sense, B wants to retire from the firm, and they have specified 2:1 is the specified ratio. As per this, they can calculate their share of profit. Okay, and B's share is 3/10. His profit share will be distributed between A and C in the ratio of 2:1. So you can see that answer, profit share taken by A out of B's profit share. Actual profit for A is how much? 5/10. But now illustration 3 slightly differ from illustration 2. Here profit share of the retiring partner is taken by only one partner, but before the specified ratio was given, so as per that ratio they have calculated. But in this problem, only one partner going to take that profit of retiring partner. Problem is, A, B, C are partners. They are sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 2:1, and B retires, and B's share of profit entirely will be taken by C, not A. C, calculate new profit sharing ratio of A and C. So in these situations, how they are calculating? We know that new profit sharing ratio is formula. Already, what is our profit sharing ratio? That share plus how much share we have acquired from retiring partner, that share should be added with that. Then new profit sharing ratio we could calculate. So that's the formula that you know. But here only one partner going to taken or acquired the share from retiring partner, and another partner will remain same. No changes for his profit and loss sharing ratio. You will see that. Calculation of new profit sharing ratio. You see this answer, a solution for this. Profit share taken by C from B's share. You know what? B's share is 2/5. A's share also 2/5, and C's share is 1/5. In this situation, 2/5 is going out from the business. He retires. So his entire share of profit will be taken by C alone. So actually C's old share is 1/5. C's old share of profit is 1/5, and plus share acquired from B is 2/5. So both 1 plus 2 is equal to 3/5 for C, and A's new profit sharing ratio will be remains same only. It doesn't change. So 2/5 unchanged. The profit sharing ratio of A and C is equal to 2/5, 3/5. So 2:3. Illustration 4. This illustration is somewhat complicated to compare with past 3 illustrations. In this illustration, A, B and C are partners sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 1/2, 3/10 and 1/5 respectively. Here B retires. Who is retiring? B retires, and his share of profit is taken by A and C in the ratio of 2:1. So specified ratio also they have given the second method, case to what we have discussed in second illustration. So likewise we can prepare, and apart from that, thereafter D is admitted for 1/4 share of profit. So here somewhat complicated. Admission also comes into the business, isn't it? So D is a new partner. He comes into the business. For the new profit sharing ratio 1/4 he is expecting. So that amount will be given by whom? Let's see. Half of which was given by A. 1/4. In that half is equal to 0.5 divided by 4, or 1/2 which was given by A, isn't it? And the remaining share was taken equally from A and C. The remaining share, which means 0.5/4 will be there, or 1/2 will be there. That remaining share. In that remaining share also, half of that remaining share amount will be given by A, and half of that remaining share amount will be given by B. Let's see. Equally from A and C. Calculate profit sharing ratio after D's admission. You have to be very careful while you are calculating this problem. See that existing profit and loss sharing ratio for A and C is 1/2 and 1/5. You know their existing profit and loss sharing ratio they have given in the problem. That is 1/2, 3/10 and 1/5. the 3 by 10 holded by B, B retires from the business. So in this sense, that B shares should be acquired by A and C, isn't it? Let's see. Profits are acquired from B. How much A acquired? The specific ratio, as per that ratio, 2:1. So 2:1, they are splitting, right? So 2 by 3, 1 by 3. 2 by 3 of 3 by 10 will be given to A, and 1 by 3 of 3 by 10 will be given to C, isn't it? So with the help of that calculation, you can see the solution. 3 by 10 into 2 by 3 is equal to 2 by 10, and for C, 3 by 10 into 1 by 3 is equal to 1 by 10. If you have any doubt, you comment below. I will clarify you. New profit sharing ratio, formula existing plus share acquired from retiring partner. So existing is, they have given 1 by 2 is the existing one, and new we are going to calculate now, na? So existing plus share acquired. How much share he has acquired? 2 by 10. Existing is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 plus 2 by 10 is equal to 7 by 10. And for C, 1 by 5 plus 1 by 10 is equal to 3 by 10. Isn't it? I hope you understand. And profits are given by A to D, because half of the amount will be given by A to D, because D is a new partner. He coming into the business for 1 by 4th share of profit. So in that 1 by 2 or 0.5 will be given by A, that is already promised. So now he is going to give, let's see, 1 by 4 into 1 by 2, because his share of profit is 1 by 4. In that half of the amount will be 1 by 2, as I told you, or 1 by 8 is given by A, that is given by A, and apart from that, remaining profit share is taken by D from A and C equally. So which means that remaining share of amount will be 1 by 8 is there, or 0.5 divided by 4 will be there. So in that, half of the amount already have promised to D, A have promised. So A has to give. So in that we can divide like this, 1 by 16. 1 by 8 only he is having remaining amount. He need that money. He need that share of profit, isn't it? So 1 by 16. So in that 1 by 8 will be given by, and 1 by 8 he needed. So 1 by 16 will be given by A, and 1 by 16 will be given by C. So in this scenario it will be settled. A new profit sharing ratio, you see the answer 7 by 10, which is new profit sharing ratio for A, plus minus actually how much he given to D, 1 by 8 already he have given, and apart from that 1 by 16 now he has given, isn't it? So we are taking that common figure, 56 minus 10 minus 5 divided by 80 is equal to 41 divided by 80. So new profit sharing ratio for C will be 3 by 10 minus 1 by 16. You know how this 3 by 10 came? That is new profit sharing ratio for C, and how much he sacrificed to A, 1 by 16. So 24 minus 5 divided by 80, answer will be 19 by 80. It is the share of profit for C, and thus new profit sharing ratio for A, C and D will be 41 divided by 80, 19 divided by 80 and 1 by 4, or how much? 20 divided by 80. I hope you understand. If you couldn't, you can see my next video.